we are going to do a solar eclipse new moon reading for you. I'm going to do a collective reading, and then I will do pull a few cards for each sign individually, and I will put timestamps in the description box. Forgive me, I have not done a collective reading in a good minute, so I might be a little bit rusty. I apologize. I am offering new moon readings for $30. If you check the description box, you can get my website and my Instagram and any other way to email me to get this reading if you like. Also, you can check out my website for other types of readings that I offer. Okay. So this solar eclipse, new moon in Libra, is all about the rebalance of our relationships, rebalancing to bring in more abundance, right? To bring in more joy, to bring in more peace. This month alone is a powerful month to bring in massive transformations and massive changes, especially within our relationships and especially within our own path to our purpose, following our path to our purpose. It's activating the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy. It is, really highlighting what needs to be let go of. It's highlighting, the path that we're meant to be on. So if you have been working towards manifesting a change, this month, specifically the next 2 weeks, we have this solar eclipse today, and then we have the full moon and the lunar eclipse on the 28th. This 2-week portal is like a portal of accelerated energy to move us in the direction of our purpose, of our manifestations, of our dreams. So if you have been wanting change and trying to manifest change, this is going to be the 2 weeks to put in every bit of effort that you can towards that change, because the energy will be accelerated. Now, on the flip side of that, if you have been resisting change, this month is not going to be comfortable, because this is a push towards change for the better. So you're going to be shown anything that's, blocking you from change, anything that just absolutely needs to change. So if these next 2 weeks are more uncomfortable for you, just understand that it is highlighting to you something that needs to be tweaked or adjusted so you can be in a better space. All right? Whew. Okay, so let's start with just the collective reading. What is the overall message that the collective needs to hear about this energy for the solar eclipse, new moon? You have poised. So a lot of you, I feel like, have been waiting for a change, have been waiting for something. You know that you've done all of this hard work. You know you've put in all of this effort to change. You're kind of in that waiting mode, waiting for your abundance to come in, waiting for that, relationship to come together in a positive way, waiting for your happiness, waiting for the truth to come out, whatever it is. You've put in the work and you're waiting, poised, ready. It's a message to be ready. Be ready to step into action. Be ready to start moving. Be ready to put in the work. Again, anything that you have been looking towards manifesting, specifically, honestly, over the last 18 months, anything that you've been working towards, be ready to receive it. It's also a message to pay attention to what you're waiting for, the mind space that you're in within the wait. And I don't ever recommend waiting, because waiting is just is not really the energy that you're meant to be in, but being ready to receive. Be mindful of what you are preparing yourself mentally for. If you're not believing that things are going to change, that's what you're preparing for, right? And you're going to see that being reflected to you. Let's see. Overall, what is the theme of the energy during this period? Strongest theme, strongest energy. 10 of Swords. Ten of Swords represents the need to have those difficult conversations and things being reflected to us that just can no longer continue, things that have to be released, the absolute need to surrender. So kind of what this is saying is, one, in order to receive more, in order to receive better, in order to receive or step into the change, something has to be released. And what is going to be reflected to us at this time is the things that absolutely cannot continue. The Ten of Swords is like, it's done, it's over, like you cannot go back, it has to be surrendered to. This is like surrendering your thoughts, surrendering negative thoughts, so letting go of overthinking, letting go of overanalyzing, letting go of not saying anything when things need to be said, right? Anything that involves the overactive mental space, the overactive thought process, the overactive worrying. It's like, it's done. Anything that needs to be done, it's going to be shown to you. It's going to be so obvious within your mental space that you're not going to be able to ignore it. It's also like, sometimes we have to do difficult things in order to put us in line with what we want. And so it's being willing to do what might not feel so pleasant in order to get in the space that you want. So what is available to you during this energy? King of Swords, your truth. Truth, integrity, you acting in your truth, you standing in your truth. This is also saying that a lot of truth is going to be revealed, okay? A lot of things that have been hidden, a lot of backstabbing, a lot of communication behind your back, a lot of negative thoughts, anything that has been hidden is being brought to light. This is an opportunity to speak your truth, right? You're being gifted an opportunity to speak your truth. And the Ten of Swords is saying that, again, it's gotten so bad that you have no choice but to speak the truth, right? So anything that you feel has been hidden, just be prepared for these things to come to light. And the King of Swords is asking you to be ready to act on the truth. Be ready to act with your integrity. Be ready to move in the direction of what you believe is good for you. What are the challenges in this energy? Fool card. Two of Wands. It's your choice. Two of Wands with the Poised card. It's like, let go of waiting for somebody else to change, or waiting for somebody else to make a decision, or waiting for something to change in order for you to move towards what you want, right? It's like, be ready to take action, be ready to speak on what you want, be ready to stand with an integrity of what it is that you're wanting to manifest. It's like if you're holding on to two different things, holding on to two different mindsets, holding on to two different people, holding on to two different paths, two different choices, two different decisions. If you're holding on to two different things, waiting for something to change in order for you to move on the path that you want, that's not going to work. You have to free yourself from what it is that is holding you back from what you want. Because the Fool is the challenge. Completely surrendering, completely taking a leap of faith. If you really believe that what you want is meant for you, if you truly want the things that you want, if they're that important to you, the universe does not want you to sit and wait for the opportunity to fall in your lap. The universe wants you to say, I fully and totally trust this. I believe that this is my truth, and I am going to act with integrity in that. I am going to act as if I am already in that space. And for those of you who are trying to manifest a relationship with a specific person, and you are waiting for that person to change, waiting for that person to step up, that's not how it works. That's not how it's going to work moving forward. You have to stand in the energetic space of the commitment that you are looking for, right? If you are looking for commitment from a certain person, that doesn't mean you have to commit and give totally to them if they are not giving back to you, right? You only are meant to nurture what you want. And if you're nurturing a non-committal person, hoping that they will become committed, you're nurturing the wrong thing. You nurture the idea of what it is that you are trying to manifest. If there's something that you've been uncertain about, the truth is going to be shown to you 100%. And when the truth is shown to you, the King of Swords is saying, act on that truth. You are being blessed and rewarded for the decisions that you are making. If you are choosing to walk down the path, you will be blessed. All right, do we want to say anything else with this? You have the support. You stepping in the light. You shining light on the darkness. You speaking what you need to speak. Bringing your truth out to the world. That is what is going to bring you what you want. Get out of the space of acting as if you're alone, or acting as if I move towards this path, I might risk being alone forever, because you are never alone. Have you ever been absolutely, utterly alone in your life? No. I know people are going to say, no, I haven't had friends, I haven't had this. No, you are absolutely never alone. It's just what you're choosing to perceive at that time. Right? You always have your guides. You always have spirit. There is always God. There is always somebody that is going to resonate with you and connect with you in a positive way. So let go of the idea that if you move on the path of what you want, that you will be left utterly and totally alone. Because if sitting in the space that you're in now, surrounded by people that aren't giving you that fulfillment that you're looking for, or aren't adding to your happiness or encouraging your happiness, then you are, in essence, alone, right? Okay, so that's the collective. I'm going to go one by one over each of the zodiacs. We will start with Libra, and I will timestamp. I will put timestamps in the description box. Okay, so Libra. Overall, overall, what can you expect during this new moon solar eclipse? I feel like saying everything you've gone through has had a purpose. Karmic relationships still hold a purpose. Negative relationships, toxic situations, it all has served its purpose. Integration is bringing all of that together, seeing how everything connects. Take a minute to really reflect on everything that you've gone through, probably specifically over the last 18 months, but there's no time limit. But look how everything all the dots have been connecting up in your life. Everything has served its purpose. Like, everything has had meaning. And if you really sit back and reflect on it, you're going to see that everything is really coming together in just a very beautiful way. Ace of Swords is clarity. You are gaining absolute clarity, absolute truth. This is saying that you are going to see, feel, understand, or be presented with a truth that is so clear that you're not going to second guess anything. It's going to give you the clarity of everything coming together in the way that you need it to. There's a lot of truth coming out during this new moon. With the Seven of Cups being the blessing, you have more opportunities than what you're seeing, than what you're realizing, than what you're feeling. And that's what the Ace of Swords is going to reflect to you. It kind of makes me feel like some of you have felt like you've been in the dark about a relationship, or you've just kind of been in the dark about why does this keep happening? Why do these things keep happening to me? It's like all of a sudden you're going to get this moment of clarity, or this communication, or this truth, and you're gonna be able to see like all facets of it, how everything is just coming together so seamlessly. And what you are seeing is you have so much more opportunities available to you than what you've been previously seeing. And it might be the reason that you haven't really seen these opportunities is because you've been kind of just overloaded with emotion, overloaded with confusion. What are the challenges? Challenges is Hanged Man, Two of Swords. Ooh, okay. So with the challenge being the Hanged Man, it's like you're seeing this truth, but it might be a struggle to surrender to this new perspective. Because it might mean making a decision that you've kind of been avoiding. And also, some of you might just kind of be very emotionally burnt out because you have been kind of sacrificing so much that it's like you are able to see how it's all working together, see how it's all fitting together, but you might be like so emotionally detached from it right now that it's hard for you to sit in that new perspective. It's like there's a need to surrender, like you are being shown, yes, this is connected, this is the path that you're meant to be on. But it might be like so much clarity and so much information at once. I feel like it's a truth that you've been waiting to hear, that you've wanted to hear, but it's like been ongoing for so long. For some of you, I feel like it's something that you've been dealing with for maybe like 7 years. It's like you're seeing the truth, but you might find difficulty in the emotions catching up to it in a sense that you can really embrace it and move forward with it. But you're being guided to see that everything is coming together. Everything is coming together. Give yourself time for your heart space to catch up to what you're seeing. All right? Have a good day. All right, Scorpio, let's see what you've got going on for this new moon in Libra and solar eclipse energy. Fork in the road. You have a choice. You have a decision to make. It's time to go on a new path. You can go down the path of what's comfortable, what you already know, right? Or you can go on a new path, one that's not going to be comfortable just because it's unknown. But I think you've come to a point where you have to make a decision one way or the other. You have to move on a new path. You're being presented with a choice. The theme is Tower. This is like there's no avoiding this. This is like unexpected, something unexpected being brought to light, unexpected change. You have no choice but to make a choice. Does that make sense? The blessings and opportunities is Three of Pentacles. And so what that means, this is an opportunity to build on a solid foundation. This is an opportunity to learn with others. It's an opportunity to grow with others. It's an opportunity to build more healthy relationships, to build on more grounded relationships where people like help each other grow and are interested in learning and growing from others. This even could be an opportunity to work with somebody else in a business sense, in a financial sense. The challenges are Four of Cups. The challenges are, it's like you fear what you might lose in this process. It's almost like this is something that is being shown to you. It's like you're being shown something. You're being presented with a choice to move forward or to move on a path that is going to help you build in a commitment or in a relationship with another person. To build something solid, to build something from the ground up. But it's almost like you're risking not seeing the value of it because it's not like you're wanting it all now. You're wanting the totality of it now. And you're feeling like if you don't get it all right now, that you might risk everything if you move towards this. Because you're not seeing the end result of this. It's kind of like you're wanting to, you're wanting to start your own business, right? And there's an opportunity coming to you to start your own business, but working with another person. And you're like, no, I don't want that because it's not the big business and it's not going to bring in all this money at once. It's like, be willing to start from the bottom in some sense. Be willing to learn and work with others. It's like, get out of your traditional mind space of how you think that this is supposed to look. Because when you're focusing on what it needs to look like, you're viewing it from a lens of negative things that have happened in the past. You're looking at it like, I need it all now, or I'm not going to be able to, I don't want to risk moving forward. Let me just get a little bit more on what this is saying. It's like this is coming, you're being shown this whether you want to see it or not. You're being given a choice to move down one path or the other, whether you like it or not to some degree. And it's almost like you need to be willing to, choose the path that might require a little more work. Working with another person, working with other people. Yeah, be willing to start new. Be willing to start from the bottom. You have been lost. You have kind of been swaying and flowing through, but you've gone through this massive change, and now everything that all the obstacles are being removed. And it's not going to feel comfortable because you're manifesting something new. So remember that. Remember, focus on what you are building. Focus on building together with other people, working together to build something new without expecting it to be perfect all at once. All right? Have a good day, guys. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see what you guys got going on for this new moon Libra solar eclipse. Overall message and guidance. The Star card, wish fulfillment. The Scythe card. So this is like something has to, like, this is like an abrupt ending or an abrupt change that brings clarity. It's like cutting off. Cutting off what needs to be cut off. Let's see, what's the theme? Two of Cups, relationships, soulmate connections, clarity within those connections, knowing what needs to be cut off, knowing what needs to be communicated, seeing the truth for what it is, seeing the absolute truth in your relationships. The challenge is Eight of Cups, walking away. Yeah. You're being shown what you don't want so you can manifest what you do want. You're being shown very clearly everything that you do not want. So you know what you want. You're being shown very clearly what is causing difficulties in your romantic relationships and your soulmate connections. The challenge is walking away from what you need to walk away from. The challenge is moving towards what you want. You might find it difficult in moving towards what you want, but you're seeing very clearly. It's very abrupt. It's like a sudden clarity, a sudden need to have a conversation even. There's something that needs to be communicated in order to move towards what you want. If you don't speak on what you want, you're not going to get what you want, right? It's like, it's asking you to focus on what your desires are, what you're nurturing. What is the truth that you are nurturing within your relationships? What are you scared to communicate? Yeah, what are you scared to communicate? You're going to keep going in circles until you communicate what your desires are. Stop being scared to communicate what your desires are in relationships. That's what's being reflected to you. There might even be a difficult conversation that you're having to have or that's coming up with you and another person, and the other person is like, I never even knew that that's how you felt. I never even knew that that's how you wanted. It's like the need to have those difficult conversations. It's easy to have fun conversations, to have, loving conversations, but you need to also be able to speak on the things that you want. All right, have a good day. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what you guys got going on for the solar eclipse, new moon. Overall message and guidance for Capricorns during the Libra new moon. Hummingbird, returning to source, returning to the source of joy, returning to your source of happiness. Knowing where to go to fill your cup up. Pay attention to where you're filling your cup up. Find places to fill your cup up with love. If the people that you're connecting to are not filling you up, and that's not to say that you need to get your energy from other people, obviously, but if they're not adding value to your life, don't keep putting energy there. The theme is the Lovers, soulmate connections, elevating within your soulmate connections, making a different choice. You're being presented with a better option. You're being presented with an option to move towards a more purposeful and meaningful path. The blessings is Two of Pentacles. This is something you've been juggling for a long time. This is something you've been trying to kind of keep balanced or make some sort of decision on. The challenge is Temperance. The challenge is like bringing it together in a positive way. And the Empress, damn. What do you want? Nurturing what you want, nurturing your desires, nurturing your divine feminine energy, nurturing your ability to be open to receive. Working with the energy, working with your desires and emotions. If you feel desire for something, it's meant to be on your path. When you get your internal energy in balance, it's easier to flow down the path. And so what you're being guided to do, start nurturing what you're wanting. Start nurturing your dreams. Start nurturing your desires. Start nurturing your divine feminine energy. Where are you gaining this nurturing energy from? What helps you receive that nurturing energy? And keep going back to that loving and nurturing space every time your energy gets drained. The hummingbird is also about, following your creativity, connecting to your spiritual side, taking time to meditate, taking time to pray, taking time to, you know, visit places that make you feel good. If it makes you feel good to go sit next to the water, go sit next to the water. But taking more time to connect yourself to things that are going to feel positive and feel nurturing. You're being shown the path towards what you're wanting. You've already been putting in the work towards this. You've already put in the practical work. It's time to put in the spiritual work. It's time to put in the feminine energy work, the energy of receiving and allowing. Open yourself up to receive by connecting more to things that feel good. All right? Have a wonderful day. Okay, what are we on? Aquarius? All right, Aquarius, what do you have going on during this new moon, Libra, solar eclipse energy? What is the strongest message you're needing to hear during this time? The clouds is about the need for clarity. The need to the need to see things through the lens of clarity instead of like the tense emotions. Your emotions might be too your emotional world just kind of might be in a little bit of an upheaval. And when we're in a kind of difficult emotional state, it's difficult for us to see what the truth is. Waiting for complete clarity before you move forward. The storm before the calm, something like that. Theme of the energy is Queen of Wands. What do you want? What are you creating? What are your desires? Moving towards your desires. Passion, purpose. Your confidence. Blessings, opportunity is Hangman, gaining a new perspective. Seeing through the darkness. Seeing something new in the darkness. Anytime we're presented with something that we don't want, that's also reflecting to us something that we do want. And the weird thing is we don't always know what we want, right? We don't really know the things that we really want and feel passionate about sometimes until we're presented with the complete opposite. And we go, I don't fucking want that, right? It's almost like something is coming to a standstill, or something, you feel like something is not being shown to you. You're feeling stuck, but that's for a purpose. It's for you to look at things from a new perspective. Look at things from your sacral chakra perspective, your solar plexus chakra perspective. What lights you up? What fuels your passion? What things make you feel excited? What is making you angry? Because everything that makes you angry is also a sign of something that you want, right? The challenge is the Knight of Wands. It's important to hold back on acting on impulse right now, because there is a need to gain a new perspective. There is a need to see a different light. King of Cups. Yeah. Get your emotions grounded. Be mindful of your emotions and all the emotions that you're kind of holding on to. It's important not to act until you're really feeling kind of calm and grounded and settled within your emotions. You know, the worst thing that we can do, like when you have an argument with somebody, the worst thing you can do is try to get it all settled in the heat of the moment, right? Because you're most of the time, both people are just saying all the bullshit that they've held on to for 6 months, and that's not fair, right? It doesn't do any good. It doesn't do any good to have an argument or any kind of discussion with heightened, and you know, any kind of heightened emotion. And so it's like, give yourself time, give yourself space. If somebody's not expressing emotions or feelings to you, don't assume that you know what they are. Don't act on that. Give it time for for clarity. Give it time for clarity to come out. In the meantime, keep the focus on what your desires are. the more you fight for something right now, the more you're going to push it away. Sit and find the value in it. See the beauty in it. Look at what your desires are. Yeah, look at what you're trying to build. All right. Love you guys. Have a good day. All right, Pisces. Let's see what energies are coming up for you during this new moon. Libra. Solar eclipse. What is the overall message you're needing to hear? Nourish and flourish. Take care of yourself. Pamper yourself. Integration. This, does that come up in the Libra reading? So if you're connecting to a Libra, or if you have a lot of Libra in your chart, you might want to watch that part of it too. Integration is kind of being shown how everything is coming together. This is also kind of a reminder that everything has a purpose. Everything negative that you have experienced, you are going to experience the opposite end of that, right? Everything that you have been dealing with maybe over the last 18 months, you're going to start seeing how everything is connecting and everything is coming together. This is also bringing together, coming together in a relationship in a more positive sense, or just kind of feeling more in the flow of where you're at right now. Like just feeling like everything's finally flowing together for you. Let's see what else is coming up. The integration of divine feminine and masculine energy. And that's not necessarily with another person, but within you, right? Honoring your emotional needs, honoring your creative ideas, honoring your need to be in the mode of receiving sometimes, but also honoring that masculine energy, honoring the fact that you have a purpose, that you have goals, that you have dreams, that you have desires, that you have passionate needs as well, and being able to honor both of those energies within you. And also see that, you know, reflected within your relationships. What is the theme of the energy for you? You have the Magician. What are you manifesting? What are you creating? Using self-control to focus on manifesting what you want, what is important to you. Being willing to kind of like step away from anything that you know is not benefiting the life that you're trying to create for yourself. You have the Nine of Wands as the theme. Okay, so the Knight of Wands is like the wounded healer. It's our Chiron placement. It kind of reflects our inner child wounds. So it's like you're maybe not feeling like, you know, completely energetic during this time. You might even feel very protective of your energy, very protective of yourself. You might even feel like you're getting close to some kind of goal that you've been working towards, but you're getting really tired. You might even be questioning if you're on the right path. But the Nine of Wands is saying that anything that is being triggered right now, anything that you're finding difficult right now, is reflecting to you what you need and what you want and what is really important to you. The things that are our deepest wounds are also our greatest gifts. Like, for example, if you feel that you're too sensitive of a person, that's honestly the greatest gift you can have, right? It means you're in tune to other people. It's just about how you use that energy, right? What are the blessings in this energy? You have the Five of Cups. So a loss is actually going to be your benefit. Losing something, or the feeling of regret, like if you're feeling like regret over a decision that you've made or a regret over a loss that has happened, it's almost like that's your blessing right now. That is showing you what you can change or address. It's like, if you made a decision to go on a blind date, right? And it just went horribly wrong, right? Yeah, that's a loss. That sucks. It's shitty. But at least you know, okay, that's not something that I'm going to entertain anymore. Next time I'm going to do this, right? So I know that's not really the funnest way to look at it, but what are the challenges in this energy? 9 of Pentacles, independence. Ace of... It's like something is burning you right now. Something is triggering you. Something is coming up against you. You're feeling a lot of like resentment coming up, a lot of rage coming up. It's like you feel like you went on the wrong path. You feel like going on this path means you lost something. But it's also reflecting to you the need to put yourself first. You're being shown that you've been maybe moving on a path that has been for the benefit of other people or somehow connected to other people, or moving on a path because you thought it was the path that you were supposed to be on. Putting too much energy and effort into other people to the point that you feel like you have nothing. So the challenge, it's like taking this loss that maybe you're feeling and using it to your benefit. And using it to kind of like live within the motto of like no regrets. Like next time I'm going to do what's good for me no matter what. Because when I did what was good for other people, I got burned. Yeah, you're feeling stuck in something traditional. Stuck maybe in a job, stuck in something in the family, stuck in a commitment, or you feel like within your commitments, like you give everything and you don't get anything in return. You feel like you're the one that's having to put in all the hard work for your commitments, for your relationships, even in your job. You feel like you're sacrificing yourself for this. And the only thing that's keeping you stuck in this is a mind space. And it's the mind space that you have to sacrifice in order to get something. And the truth is, it's almost like if you feel like putting yourself first or doing something that's good for you is going to bring up this difficult conversation or make somebody mad at you or create negative space between you and this person, it's like, then is that person your person to begin with, right? Then are those people valuable in your life to begin with, right? If these people, if you're giving so much to people and you're completely sacrificing yourself and they're not giving anything in return, then what is the benefit to you to keep sitting in that space? It's almost like you're going to have to lose something to gain what it is that you really want. And you're almost like being burned in a way to see that, like, how much are you going to keep letting these people fuck you over, right? Be willing to have the difficult conversations, even if it means that you're going to be on your own, even if it means that you look selfish. Be willing to speak on what it is that you expect and you want from other people. Sorry, this is a heavy energy. Anything else you need to know? King of Swords, you already know the truth. When you're sitting in the space of peace, when you feel peace, when you're resting, you know the truth. You know what it is that you want. You know that you're acting with integrity. And that's something that you need to remind yourself. You have acted with the utmost integrity and honor with what you have been given. And if you've been connected to people who have not been honest, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you might feel like you have not been doing the right thing, or doing something different is not the right thing to do, but you already know, because when you're sitting in that space of peace, you know the truth. You know what is holding you back. You know what is creating conflict in your life. And I feel like it's saying, don't be scared to have difficult conversations with people, because the less you say, the more people assume, and the more people are taking advantage of you. Or creating conflict in your life. It's like the need to rebalance your relationships with people in a way that makes you feel comfortable, that you feel that you can smile at the end of the day. All right? Love you guys. Have a good day. Alrighty. Aries, let's see what energy you've got going on for this new moon. Because the new moon is in Libra, it is the complete opposite sign of you. So it might feel a little uncomfortable for Aries in particular, because this really is highlighting any kind of imbalances within relationships. And it's asking for a more kind of laid back, peaceful approach to things than that aggressive action. So just keep in mind, like, if you're feeling more tense in this, that's to be kind of expected. And that's your message. Be Libra. So the message is like really looking at the balance of give and take in your relationships. What is fair? What is not fair? Be willing to address the things that aren't balanced or aren't fair. Be willing even to take some time to look at both sides of everything that you're dealing with right now. The theme is going to be to look at your relationships, look at the balance within your relationships. The theme is Hanged Man. God, that's coming up a lot. Like, how much are you sacrificing? You might feel stuck. You might feel like you're sacrificing. And this is 100% asking, what are you sacrificing in order to get what you perceive that you want? And are you getting anything in all of this sacrificing? We never receive when we are sacrificing. That is not how we receive. The blessings are the star cards. So the blessings are, it's almost like you're being put in a very, very vulnerable position, but it's to bring you to wish fulfillment. The challenge is the Queen of Wands. That's you in some aspect. 9 of Wands, yeah. The challenge is you're not going to feel very confident during this time. You might feel very triggered. You might feel very wounded. You might feel like you're really fighting to keep balance within relationships. But it's almost like you're fighting so much, you're sacrificing too much. It's like you're being put in a vulnerable position. There's some kind of trigger coming to show you what it is that you want. You're being guided not to really take any drastic action right away. Let yourself be vulnerable for a little bit. Let yourself be in receiving mode. But it's definitely asking you to examine how much you are fighting for relationships. How much are you fighting for balance? And if you are having to fight for anything, you are not going to create balance. The challenge is the Queen of Wands. So the challenge is you're not going to feel very energetic. You might not feel very creative. You might feel very, very, very drained right now. So give yourself time. Give yourself some space. But take time to acknowledge where you're fitting into your relationships. What your role is in your relationships. Give me a little bit more. The Emperor, Divine Masculine Energy, 6 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. It kind of makes me feel some of you might be in relationships where it's like it's just two very strong masculine energies, right? Two very, you're Aries, right? So Aries is divine masculine energy. How do you define yourself, right? What is your purpose? What is your passion? Sorry. What do you consider success? Some of you, again, might be in relationships where the masculine energy is more prevalent than the feminine energy. And what I mean by that is a lot of boundaries, a lot of passion, a lot of activity, a lot of action, a lot of movement. But as far as the feminine energy of nurturing, of love, of forgiveness, of being in receptive mode, like you might find that is really lacking within your relationships. And it's almost like something is triggering you in a way to make you realize, like to kind of bring awareness to, oh, like I want all that sappy love and romance stuff too, right? It's like if you're being reflected like something that is very much been lacking in your relationships, because it's like you're in very masculine based relationships in the sense of like more battling than peace. And so you're being asked to kind of look at your role in that. And that's not to say that that's your fault, but if you're sacrificing so much and fighting so hard in relationships, where are you giving yourself that space to sit in the feminine energy? All right, love you guys. Bye-bye. All right, Taurus, let's see what you've got going on during this new moon, Libra, solar eclipse energy, overall message and guidance for you. You have divine feminine. Ooh, I like that. This is open to receiving. This is asking you to honor your divine feminine energy, whether you resonate as masculine or feminine energy. This is asking you to activate that energy within you to receive. A lot of us don't realize that we're not very comfortable with receiving. We're asking for abundance, we're asking for all this stuff, but a lot of us don't understand how much we are blocking being in receptive mode. So if you're the type of person that does not like to ask for help, that struggles when people give you a compliment, that doesn't feel comfortable when people are doing things for you, then that is a message that you are not in receiving mode, right? And so we have to kind of get comfortable with getting in receiving mode. When you're struggling with something, be willing to ask for help. You know, be willing to even give yourself some kind of nurturing time. But be willing to receive, because you are in the space of receiving. The theme of the energy is Ace of Cups. You are being gifted. You are being shown love. You are being shown hope. You are being shown healing. You are being shown an opportunity to receive something beautiful. Wow. The blessings and opportunities are Seven of Pentacles. You've been waiting for this. You've been working towards this. You've been putting in the effort, but you've been putting in a lot of practical effort, which is good. You've done good work. Now it's time to put in the energy of receiving. With the Five of Pentacles being the challenge, it's like you don't believe that you're worthy enough to receive this, or you really struggle with receiving help. You really struggle with receiving. You feel like you don't have everything you want. You feel like you don't have enough. But it's like the value that you are seeing in another is the same value that exists within you. You don't have to have a lot to offer, or you have more to offer than you realize. You don't have to have this big grand gesture. The effort that you've done is enough. The work that you've put in is valuable. If you could see the value in you, I feel like crying. If you could see the value in you that other people see in you, you would never second guess yourself. You've earned this. Let yourself receive it. Love you guys. All right, Gemini, let's see what you've got going on for this new moon. What is the overall theme and energy for you during this new moon solar eclipse? I'm already hearing too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Take a nap. Yeah, time for you to take a nap. Rest. You're doing too much. It's almost like I feel like it's already taken care of. Everything's already taken care of. Why are you putting any effort into this anymore? You ain't got shit to do. It's your day off. Don't do nothing. It's time to rest. Let it all sink in. The theme of the energy is Page of Pentacles. An opportunity to start something of value. An opportunity to learn. An opportunity to start from the beginning. Kind of similar to what was coming up for Pisces. Blessings and opportunities, High Priestess. This is about learning to be receptive to what is being shown to you. Slow down and see what's being shown to you. There's a lot of value in what's being shown to you, or what's being gifted to you. The challenge is the Five of Cups. It's almost like King of Swords. You've said enough. You already know the truth. Let the truth come out, right? Does that make sense? Trust that you have done enough. Trust that your truth will speak for itself. You don't have to be constantly in a space of proving your truth or proving yourself. If you pull back a little bit, it's not going to make people forget about you. It's not going to leave space for something negative to happen. They're saying stand back. You've already said what you needed to say. You've already done what you needed to do. Stand back and let the truth be revealed in its own way. Because there is more there is more to this. There is more to be revealed in this. In a positive way. There's more value to this than there's more value in taking a step back and letting things kind of flow than there is in actively pushing forward. All right? Love you guys. Bye-bye. All right, Cancer. Let's see the energies for you during this new moon solar eclipse. What is the overall message and guidance for you? Begin anew. It's time for a new beginning. It's time to start over. It's time to start something new. It's time to put yourself out there. It's time to trust in something new. Start over. Be willing to start over. And when you do start over, wipe the slate clean. That doesn't mean forgive. You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. Theme of the energy. Ace of Wands. Fuck me. Sorry. Ace of Wands. New spark. New inspiration. The energy you need is available to you. This is like a gift from the universe. Which is aligning you like with your path, with your purpose. It's like you have a lot of energy. Use this energy to your benefit. Blessings and opportunities, Temperance card. Like you already know how to bring this shit together. You know what to do. You have the patience to bring it together. You're being presented with this passionate fire energy, and your Cancer energy, you're that comforting energy, you're that grounding energy. Your energy is what's going to help balance this energy out. You can create something with this energy that you're being presented with. The challenge is the Page of Wands. It's like this is something, start over in your relationship, a new beginning in your relationship. With the Page of Wands being the challenge, it's like not really quite sure what to do with this energy, but with, giving yourself time and giving yourself patience to start something new is going to be to your benefit. It's all fire, by the way. You might be connecting with a fire sign, maybe specifically a Sagittarius. Work with the energy. Don't just feel like you have to rush forward with it, but you're starting something new. Nurture the new beginning. If you're reconnecting with somebody from your past, forgive and start new. Put new energy into it, new inspiration, new communication. But focus on bringing in the new, honoring the new. All right, love you guys. All right, Leo. Let's see what you've got going on for the energy of this new moon in Libra, solar eclipse. Overall message for you, you have the hummingbird. That was similar to Capricorn. If you have Capricorn in your chart, you might want to watch that. Or if you're connecting with the Capricorn, the hummingbird reminds you to look at where you're filling your energy up. Make sure that you're filling your energy up with good, positive energy, with things that feel good, right? Anytime that you have free time within your day, make sure you're taking time to connect to things that make you feel good, right? So if you have free time at night, don't sit there and watch the news if it stresses you out, right? Listen to good music, or watch something funny, right? Take time to meditate. Connect with people that inspire you and make you feel good. The hummingbird is asking you overall to also like spread your love and spread your positivity. I feel like it's a message that you bring a lot. You're just always optimistic. You bring a lot of good energy to your surroundings. So it's like asking you to kind of adapt and readapt to connecting to as much of that positive energy as you can. Because in this accelerated energy of the new moon between now and the full moon at the end of the month, it's very accelerated energy. It helps things manifest a lot quicker. And so if you're constantly putting yourself in a space that feels good, you're going to be in a space of constantly manifesting more and more things that feel good. The theme is the devil. You might be connecting with the Capricorn, so I would watch that part of it. So the theme is like, what do you need to take responsibility for, and what do you need to let go of? What is holding you back? What is keeping you feeling stuck? If you're feeling intensely restricted in any area, it's asking you to put more focus into the positive, into what you're wanting. You're being shown what is creating power struggles. You're being shown what is holding you back. The blessings and opportunity is the Lover's card. Damn. Okay. It's your choice. Anything that you're choosing to work towards, you're choosing to take responsibility for. It's yours. But you don't have to take responsibility for everything. You don't have to take responsibility for somebody else's healing. And the minute that you take responsibility on for somebody else's healing, you're taking on all their problems. You're not giving them any motivation to do anything for themselves. You're taking the responsibility. What are the challenges in this energy? The moon. The challenge is the unknown. Oh, we tend to take on a lot of responsibility because we want to feel in control. And that's not in a bad sense, right? We feel like we know what we're prepared for, right? People get tarot readings because they want to know every bit of information, right? So they feel prepared for every single thing. But anytime you're moving on a new path or doing something different, there's always going to be the element of the unknown. But the unknown is exactly where you need to be, because you fill up those dark unknown spaces with that positive energy. Give yourself time to see the truth. Give the truth time to come out before you make any decisions. Look towards what is fair and balanced within relationships. Are you taking on too much responsibility in your relationships? And there's a need to make a choice to put in energy. Also, if there's a lot of time and energy spent in, how do I word this? Like if in your relationships, you and the other person like are always talking about the problems and the issues and what's wrong and what's going wrong and what's not going right. If you're always talking about what the problems are but never talking about the what you want or what your desires are or what the good things are, then all that's being added to is the stress, right? And that's not to say that you're not supposed to speak on your problems, but it's like too much of anything is not good, right? So if you're going to speak on problems, make sure you're speaking on solutions too. Give me a little bit more what's being said in this message. Self-control. How much control are you exerting in relationships in order to prevent yourself from being hurt? You already know the value, right? It's like how much energy and effort, how much preventative energy and effort are you putting into your relationships? How much energy is being put into the pain in your relationships versus the value? And for some of you, you're being shown relationships that you're holding on too tightly to that you might need to let go of. You might need to choose something different. That's not for everybody, though. Keep that in mind. Four of Swords. Rest. Let cycles close out that need to close out. Focus on nurturing yourself. Where's the feminine energy in your relationships? Where's the nurturing? What are you nurturing in the relationships? That's where the energy needs to shift. The energy needs to be shifted on nurturing what is needed, what is wanted, what is desired, instead of what is being restrictive. And if you feel that there is a connection that you have that is not moving, then it's time for you to take time to nurture yourself and get it going in a different direction and let go of the relationships that are no longer serving their purpose. All right, love you. Bye-bye. All right, last but not least, we have Virgo. What is the strongest message that you're needing to hear for this new moon, Libra solar eclipse energy? Oh, the well. It's like, what are you wishing for? Make a wish. Dig deep. Be willing to... Four of Wands. Deep connections. Deep love. Be willing to acknowledge what your dreams are. Be willing to give energy to your dreams. Be willing to find hope. The theme of the energy is the sun. Clarity, success, happiness, abundance. Woo-hoo, Knight of Swords. It's almost like your communication is your friend, moving towards positive thoughts, moving towards successful thoughts. It's like you're going to see that your thoughts are manifesting very quickly. Like quick success. Challenge is this Page of Cups. Priestess. I kind of feel the message is a lot of you are very, very, very intuitive, and you don't really need a lot of conversation from another person. Like, you can feel what's going on, and that's a beautiful thing. But be willing to have more in-depth conversations with people, whether you believe that you know what the truth is or not. Because I feel like communication on the depths of things is what is going to bring you the biggest reward right now. You're very receptive to an understanding that there's more depth to a situation. But you need to be willing to have conversations about it too. It's like you're so intuitive and empathic that you're accepting less when you could be getting a lot more by opening up more in-depth conversations. Yeah, it's like there's a lot of energy being wasted in fighting against assumptions and avoiding the conversation. It's like, I already know the truth. Like, why do I need to ask this person? Well, you do need to get their side. Yeah, you're holding back your desires. You're holding back to try to see value and see the depths. See how deep somebody feels for you. But it's like you're pushing against it more than you realize it, because there's a lot of assumptions being made behind the scenes. And so it's like, be willing to have that difficult, what appears to be a difficult conversation. I don't even think it's going to be a difficult conversation. All right. Love you. Bye-bye.